Hello, my name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And we are here with the next episode of Anime Plus, where we are talking about Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack. The first official, movie for the Gundam franchise.
Yep.
The only movies that came out beforehand were the 3 compilation films for the original Gundam series. They came out, I think it was 83 and 84, I believe, was when those were distributed.
I think so.
And at this point in the timeline of the real world, the compilation films for Zeta have not been made yet because those were not made until the 21st century. So, Char's Counterattack.
So it is the year 0093, the Universal Century. And guess what? War again. Char, being the shit poster he is, has decided to re-up his membership with Zeon and is back and has formed, along with many other people, not just single-handedly himself, but has reformed Zeon into this new group called the Neo Zeon and is trying to live up to his father's legacy.
He hasn't reformed it. Neo Zeon came into being at Haman Khan's hands during Double Zeta. Now, with the void left by Haman being obliterated by the main character from Double Zeta, the main new type weirdo kid, the command structure of Neo Zeon was like, we need a new figurehead. And so they chose Char.
Neo Zeon, in its current iteration, led by Char and a bunch of other shadowy bitches in the background, are trying to destroy Earth, is basically the premise of the film. Space noids hate Earth noids, so what are we going to do about it? We're going to throw 2 goddamn asteroids at the planet. Char successfully hits the planet with one, decimating a rather large portion of planet Earth.
They drop it on Lhasa.
However, for his plan to be fully recognized, Char needs to drop another asteroid on the planet, along with some additional nuclear weapons to make the planet truly uninhabitable for humanity, so that the Earth basically gets left alone by humanity. As we find out throughout the film, Char's ideal goal is to force everyone to live in space, so that everyone's on equal footing and the elites of Earth understand what's going on in space.
Char strongly feels that humans can't evolve into being new types until they live in space.
Char is all up into his ideals, I guess. And in stark contrast, we have the ever-optimist Amuro Ray. No longer just an ensign, he's a lieutenant, and is also no longer slapped by Bright. I was waiting for him to get slapped by Bright this movie, and it never happened. And ultimately, we get several series of events where the Earth Federation tries to buy off the Neo Zeon by selling them this asteroid called Axis.
Axis was the asteroid where the original holdouts for the fall of Zeon following the 1-year war.
Yeah, that's where Haman Karn and all that was.
And that's why at first their revival was called Axis.
Yeah.
Or Axis Zeon.
So Char pays the Earth Federation to buy Axis. Axis is under the control of the Earth Federation after the events of Zeta and Double Zeta. From there, Char basically pulls this hoy 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 hoy, we tricked them. But
on side 2,
at the same time that Amuro is driving his yellow Jeep around with Hathaway and Hathaway's new girlfriend, Quest.
Who's the daughter of one of the top officials for the Federation's government.
Yep. While they're driving around, he pulls the Leonardo DiCaprio sitting in the couch meme where he's like...
They essentially recreate their first meeting back from the 1-year war when Lala Soon was involved.
Except
this time they're throwing fists.
And Amuro pulls a gun on Char and gets told off by a 13-year-old girl that he's playing unfair. And she absconds off with Char because she thinks he's hot or some shit. Believes in his ideals. It mutates into she thinks he's hot. That's later in the movie. Char gets absconded off of side 1 by somebody in the Neo Zeon in a mobile suit. And we begin the kind of training sequence for Quest.
That was Yune.
Yune, okay.
Yune. Kind of like his underling protege of sorts.
So we get this training sequence for Quests where they basically fully realize her new typeness, and Char begins to be like, she's as powerful as Lala, blah, 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 blah. From there, we get just a lot of like back and forth. There's Amuro doing shit with his girlfriend,
admirer,
who knows, who's also I think she's a chief or something.
She's part of the developmental team for his new Gundam.
Amuro develops the new Gundam, and we get this kind of just changing perspective throughout the most of the movie, where we look at the build-up to the big battle that happens at the end, where we find out that Char was planning to not only crash Axis into Earth, but also wants to detonate nuclear warheads around it as it crashes, so that not only is it like a nuclear winter, but it's actually a nuclear winter on Earth, so that no one can inhabit it. He also pulls we have inflatable ships, so we can confuse the sensors and the
long-range viewing.
Yeah, the Earth Federation, so that they think we're actually surrendering. And about 3/4 of the way into the movie, Amuro goes, "Those are fake." Literally, like, I squinted, went, "There's no guns, those are fake." And I'm like, how?
New type powers. Let it slide.
And yeah, pretty much from there, we get the big climactic battle. Noah and crew, along with Hathaway, developed this like plan to blow up the asteroid from inside.
Yeah, they realized pretty quickly what Char is planning with Axis.
After Amuro goes, "Those are fake ships," they're like, "All right, shit, we got to blow up Axis so that it doesn't crash into Earth." Commence big battle sequence. Char and Amuro are up each other's asses the entire battle. A lot of people die. Typical with any ending 7th inning stretch of a Gundam series or movie. Bright gets his hands dirty. Quest dies.
Quest dies after killing her father.
Amuro's girlfriend dies at Hathaway's hands because she killed Quest, which, Jesus, love triangle.
It's the Gundam thing. It's the Gundam way.
Yeah, you're right. Amuro and Char have this silly little, like, get out of our mobile suits for a second, try to kill each other inside of Axis, and then get back into their mobile suits and try to kill each other again sequence once Char figures out that they're going to blow up Axis from the inside. And then Amuro rocks Char's ass, grabs his little escape pod. "I'm going to use you to help me stop Axis, the half of Axis that's still going to collide with Earth." And he's like holding Char against Axis and activates his thrusters. He's like, "Let me show you the power of a real Gundam." and then, because of Amuro trying to sacrifice himself, the power of friendship activates, and a fleet of Earth Federation mobile suits that originally wasn't going to participate in the battle decides to help Amuro push Axis out of the way. And then Neo Zeon Hyzax also tried, or no, not Hyzax, it was the Giradagas, are also trying to help make sure that Axis doesn't hit planet Earth, because we love planet Earth too. And
Amuro new types them out of the way.
Yeah, Amuro new types them out of the way. Char's girlfriend is having a freak out of like, "Oh my god, I can feel Char dying." And then she cries because apparently Char dies, and we don't know what happens to Amuro because a big ball of light appears, and then you see Axis just floating in orbit around the planet. I think that's it.
I think what happened with Char and Amuro, the Psycamu system in the new Gundam converted them into energy to circle the planet as an aurora for some reason.
So yeah, that is Char's counterattack in a nutshell.
I think the biggest problem with the movie is there was a lot of context that was not explained.
Yeah.
Like, it's been over 30 years, and we're still waiting for the filler story.
The actual story that could fill in.
That leading up to everything that we saw. There's a novel that Tomino wrote called Bill Chica's Children that apparently fills in a lot of the gaps. And was, I guess, based off of his original screenplay for the movie idea until that got rejected and they ended up with what we got.
Tell me I got to read a book.
I don't know if it's even in English. Apparently they made a manga adaptation of it as well, but I have no idea.
Tell me I got to read a book.
You don't have to, but...
Too bad I'm not reading them.
There's a lot of missing information between Double Zeta, which I believe Double Zeta ended in 0088, and then now Char's Counterattack, which is 0093. Like
that's half a decade.
There's like nothing, like we don't understand what happened to Neo Zeon after the death of Haman, how Char went from being Quattro, you know, this kind of like heroic, benevolent kind of figure, to returning to Char.
Yeah, and Amuro is even like, You helped us fight the bad forces in the Earth Federation.
The Titans and the whole Grips battle. There's a lot of context that we just don't understand. And the story felt really rushed. Like everybody was frantic and just one segment after another, like bam, bam, bam.
Yup.
Char in this movie looks like he's willing to sell me both cocaine and a timeshare in Boca Raton.
He will sell me a timeshare after he hits it with an asteroid.
And you will enjoy every minute of it.
And I will thank him for the experience.
So
also, I love Char's cape. His drip
was on point.
His drip was on point. He was big sexy. I also love that they're like, you're adopting your father's legacy. I'm like, then change your name to Zeon. Then be Char Zeon.
No, you mean Casval Zeon?
Or whatever, but like, change your name back.
No, I am Char Aznable. The Red Comet.
I know it's because he's
got the whole legacy of the Char name.
Yeah.
There's no legacy of Casval.
The fucker's finally dead. Maybe.
No, Char's dead. Char's dead. Amuro's dead.
Maybe.
We can move on.
Maybe.
We can move on with new heroes in Unicorn.
Maybe.
And new villains in Unicorn. And I think...
And the hero in Unicorn is just a person. Not part of the Earth Federation military at all.
But he's another goddamn new type.
Actually.
Is Quest the worst character we've ever seen in Gundam? Like, she was terrible. Her personality was atrocious. Her motivations were paper thin and illogical, even for a hormonal, like, idiotic teenager.
Yeah.
Like, when I first saw her, I'm like...
Hold on, time out. Even worse than Jared?
Jared was just sad.
Yeah, that's fair.
He failed too much to have survived as long as he did.
Even worse than Garmazabi's girlfriend, who shot her pistol in the air and then fainted off of a mobile suit and then hit her head and died.
She was on screen for like 10 minutes. Affected no outcome.
She made me giggle.
Positive. Quest, you wanted to strangle, and boy howdy, Child Protective Services should have been called way early.
Yeah.
The
fact that Hathaway just had this boner for her the entire time.
Yeah, but Hathaway at least is her age.
Yeah, that's fair.
Char's protege,
the cyber new type, was
like, hey baby, I'm gonna teach you how to pilot this thing. And Char was like, I will manipulate you and use you to my designs. Ha ha ha. I have mommy issues.
Yeah, because he wanted Lala as a mother figure.
He wanted Lala as a mother figure, not as a lover and a companion. And Amuro had an amount of restraint regarding that reveal.
Yeah.
He was still like, what are you talking about? There's something wrong with you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, I don't.
God, imagine being the last thing you hear. It's like, I wanted her to be my mom.
What? And here's Lala in like Spaceanoid Jesus land, but like, wait, what?
I thought we were
your mother.
I thought we were a thing.
Yeah, like, I wanted your children. What do you mean, mother?
You were younger. You're older than me. What?
Maybe in Origins we'll understand why he has the mommy issue.
Oh, maybe.
Because all we ever hear about is his father.
Yeah.
We don't hear anything about his mother. I don't think I liked this movie.
I liked the first 3/4 of it.
I liked a lot of the combat. The combat was fun.
Combat was fun.
Most of the movie was combat.
The mobile suits were cool.
Yeah.
I like the Jengen, which is the new gym replacement. Because, every iteration they have a new replacement for the gym because they're just like, this thing is a piece of shit.
Yeah, they're garbage.
And every time they reference the gym, they're like, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Because they die more than Zaku's do.
Oh,
Zaku's at least look cool.
I also like how when Hathaway was doing the training thing, he's like, I killed 2 Hyzax. And
Quest is like, oh yeah?
I also killed 2. And then they're like, Amuro killed a Zaku in his first time. And
yeah, but he's a space wizard. That doesn't count.
You're like, he's Space Jesus. And also, it's a Zaku too.
Yeah.
More Zakus have died in the series than any other mobile suit. But anyway, Double Zeta needs to happen so that Char can become...
No, because Char has nothing to do in Double Zeta. Well,
right.
Char doesn't appear in Double Zeta.
Haman needs to die,
correct.
So that Char can take over, so Char's counterattack can happen, so that...
Correct. And Amuro, in Double Zeta, Amuro gets over his fear of going back into space.
Yes.
The biggest thing I think we need to understand is what led to the formation of how Lando Bell got formed and why. Well, we kind of know why. It's to like scrap away the remnants of Zeon after the fall of Haman.
Yeah.
And we don't know what happened to Minerva But I think Minerva's going to show up in Unicorn.
Maybe.
I have this strong suspicion she's going to show up in Unicorn. Char's Counterattack is good for closing the chapter of the Universal Century relating to Amuro and Char.
Yes.
I think it was done too haphazardly without a lot of explanation. And that may not necessarily be Tomino's fault, but Tomino does have this problem of not filling in all the lines.
Yes.
I mean,
but yet Bright's still kicking around in Unicorn because I hear him referenced.
why would he is the greatest hero of the Universal Century. Why would he not be around?
I know he's like a Commodore now.
He is the best. There is no truer hero to the story than Bright.
Yeah.
Amuro is a self-serving dumbass.
It goes from 93 to 96. 3 years later, he's like a Commodore or some shit.
I mean, look, he saved Earth from nuclear winter by personally leading a squad of dudes in power suits into
the fact that he wasn't elected like president of
he doesn't want to be like in politics.
I know.
100%. He is
but the fact that they didn't
military is my life. Just give me orders. I'll go from there.
The fact that they didn't like George Washington his ass.
No, that is definitely not in his personality set.
Just George Washington.
And he knows how corrupted all those politicians are anyways, because he's fought them how many times now?
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad we're finally done with Amuro and Char.
For now.
Oh, until I go back and watch Origin, and that's just Char. But oh my God, I'm glad we're done with it. And I can't wait to get to Unicorn, but I'm also afraid of Unicorn.
I'm so excited for Unicorn.
Because
the Unicorn mobile suits are my favorite designs.
Unicorn came out in a time period after we had a drastic tonal shift in Gundam storytelling via Wing. And I'm not looking forward to that. All right, we got anything else?
Ding dong, Char's dead.
Char and Amuro are now at energy. They're part of the atmosphere now.
They're with Lala.
They are, yeah. They are Force ghosts now.
One with his mom, the other with his
potential lover.
The
only woman he probably ever really wanted to be with, even though everybody was throwing themselves at him over the course of the past decade.
Yeah, even though they met in person once.
Romeo and Juliet was a one-time meeting. Come on now, look where that led. Not any different than where we are now.
Just a lot further apart.
A more prolonged death cycle.
Yeah.
well. It's not
over.
like Amuro intended to kill himself. The suit made that decision for him.
Well, I mean.
And, Axis. Half of Axis. Axis's booty. Amuro and Char were killed by the butt of Axis.
So does that mean that Axis is now just orbiting around Earth?
Well, it didn't crash into Earth, so maybe. We'll find out.
But it's going to be important. I bet you any goddamn money.
I'm sure it will. We can't get away from it. The graves of too many people are involved.
If you look really closely, I bet you will see Amuro plastered on the side of Axis.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Let us know what you think about Char's Counterattack. I already know John's opinion. John loves Char's Counterattack. There was too much missing context, I feel. And Quest is, at this point, the worst character in the Gundam universe.
Sure.
Yeah. I got the Hatsune Miku dressed up as a Zaku, little tchotchke thing.
Yes.
I don't like Hatsune Miku. I'm not a fan of super deformed Gundam, but I had to own this. And when I saw Quest at first, I'm like, I could just tell people it's Quest. And then I got about halfway through the movie. I'm like, no, it's Hatsune Miku. It's not Quest.
You're like, I'm not telling people that it's Quest.
Hell no.
You could tell people it's 4.
4's got a pixie cut, doesn't she?
She has extensions. We stand 4 in this.
Did like 4. 4 was good. All right. Next week, we're going to dive into the first 2 OAV episodes of Unicorn.
Thing that I've been wanting to watch all fucking season.
I can't wait. Don't forget, on Fridays, we are covering the second season of the Ranma 1/2 remake. So check that out. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and the bell notification so you find out when we have random episodes dropping.
Woo!
All right. Thanks for listening. Check you guys next time.